It's pretty rare that I want to make a video because I have good news, because I haven't had a lot of good news, but I went today to go get my blood drawn after my last blood draw last week. My platelets were 40 something, like 45,000. And I thought they were going to be close to 20,000. I had my questions ready for my hematologist. I assumed they would be low, and he was just trying to help me figure out like what my options are. And getting the spleen out has always been an option, but it's not one I've been wanting to rush toward. I've done Doptelet, I've done Nplate, Promacta, and now rituxan. And it looks like, he basically said it looks like the rituxan probably didn't work. Most likely it's the IVIG. Well, I've done the IVIG in the past and the IVIG worked. So we knew that that is something that actually works for me. It's like a blood product, and there's risks in receiving blood product. He was citing that years ago, that's how HIV was discovered, linking HIV to getting a blood transfusion. He said, we don't know if COVID could, get into the blood that way. I asked him if he's ever had anybody in his office who's had something like that happen through getting IVIG, and he said no. He's been doing this I think at least a couple decades. So I feel about as safe as I could feel. He said that he wants me to go to UC Davis and meet with another hematologist, which I appreciated, because he's not so arrogant that he can't recommend that I see another hematologist for a second opinion. He said, I just want to have somebody else's brain on the subject. There might be something I'm not seeing. So I appreciate that. I'm gonna do that. So I get a call from his office, and my platelets are like 54,000. Went up 10,000, which I was not expecting. Usually I know a little bit. I know where my platelets are, and when I get the blood draw, like a little bruise gets left there, and I can kind of tell by the way the bruise looks what the state of my blood is. I also wanted to ask him how he felt about me taking supplements. On some of the platelet disorder websites, it does say that some supplements could be known to make the low platelets worse. So I decided actually over this last week not to take any of my supplements. So there's a little experiment. I've been taking supplements for cancer, anti-cancer fighting reasons for a while. Since I got cancer, I've been off and on with all kinds of supplements. And you talk to like any cancer patient and who believes in natural stuff, and they've got 50 bottles of stuff that they take. I've been taking a lot of supplements to keep cancer at bay. And then I've been taking some immune support supplements through Mederi Center. And some of them are I'm looking down because there's Botanable and Cell Guardian, and it's stuff for metabolism and B6, B12, cabbage sprouts, and cordyceps, a bunch of mushrooms. And then I also take zinc and potassium. So I kept taking the zinc and the potassium. I stopped taking the vitamin C because I think it thins the blood to some degree. And I'm just experimenting with not taking so much crap. And my doctor said, I think, it might be good for you to just put all that stuff on hold for now, get this platelet issue resolved, and then you could start taking them again. So, but what I'm not going to stop taking is I found this new stuff from Ancestral supplements. This one's Blood Vitality, blood with liver and spleen, and the whole thing is bovine. So that's what's in here. It's in a gelatin capsule, and then it's just blood with liver and spleen. And this is from New Zealand. They're grass-fed, grass-finished, hormone, pesticide, and GMO-free. No fillers, no flow agents. This stuff is $63 a bottle, and 6 capsules, it lasts a month. So it's pricey, very pricey. I also got some living bone. So this is a calcium with phosphorus, has some collagen and some other stuff in it. But all related to it's all bone. It's living bone from a cow. And then I also take beef organ. This one has liver in it. This is beef organs, and it has liver, heart, kidney, pancreas, and spleen. And so this thing supports, where do they say, supports Native Americans and early ancestral healers believed that eating the organs from a healthy animal would strengthen and support the health of the corresponding organ of the individual, also known as supports like. The traditional way of treating a person with a weak heart was to feed the person the heart of a healthy animal. So I find that interesting. There could be some questions about that. I was talking to the Maderi Center, doctor there, and that might not be 100%, but I'm going with it. And so it's going to be interesting. So in one more week, I'll get another blood test. We'll see if my putting down of my supplements, all of these like awesome modulates healthy inflammatory response function. Like these are all related to keeping keeping the cancer away and also trying to get my immune system strong again. But the thing is, like the doctor today said, we just don't know what part of the immune system is getting strengthened when you take these immune supportive herbs and supplements and stuff, because the immune system is made up of multiple things. And I, someone with ITP, I think in all cases, but certainly in my case, have an overactive immune. So my immune system is actually working overtime. So then the other thing, did I already say this? I don't think so. The other thing is I may just end up doing the IVIGG every so often. I may just do that like once a month, which is so interesting because my mom also gets IVIGG every month, but not for the same reason, or not because of the platelet issue. So I'm curious, if weak blood or something runs in our family. That's a whole separate thing. I'm feeling hopeful and optimistic, and there's definitely something to be said for trying too hard and taking too many things, and just like keeping it simple. So that's my new strategy. We'll see how it goes.